have said yes, that you are stressed out because it is tax time, it is probably because you don't have all of your information together in order to file your taxes, in order to submit to your CPA or to your tax professional. So I'm going to give you four quick tips that can help you gather everything together to get organized so you can properly prepare and have your taxes filed. So, one of the first things that you really want to do is you want to separate out your business and your personal finances. The only way to really be accurate in what you're reporting to the IRS is that you need to separate out what you did for business and what you did on the personal side. Your business is completely separate than what you do personally, and you absolutely need to treat it as such. And so, if you happen to have a separate business bank account, then you want to start there. That's one of the first ways that you can know exactly what you did for your business. So, separate out your business finances from your personal finances. Start looking through that so you can know what needs to be reported to the IRS. Once you have had everything separated out from business into personal, you want to first start off with, or next, what you want to do is determine where your money came from, what your revenue was. So, if you have multiple streams of income, know what your total revenue is, and then also know where each of those sources come from. What is the amount that make up each of your streams of revenue? Know how much you made, know where it came from, and determine which streams of revenue is going to be most profitable for you. So once you have everything separated out and you're starting to look and go through, that helps you determine, okay, this is profitable for me. This is where I'm making money from, or this stream of income is not giving me as much money as the others are. Once you know what your revenue is, you want to do the same thing for expenses. So know what your total expenses are and then separate them out by categories. So when you think about the expenses, you think about whether it's advertising costs, you may have had some marketing, you may have done some travel to attend different conferences, you may have paid some independent contractors for work that they've done. Also, think about any employees that you may have hired. Know how much that you paid to them. If you've had to buy any or obtain any licenses for the work you do, or maybe the area that you live in requires you to have a certain license for your work, document all of that. Make sure you have all of that on hand and know what your total expenses are and separate them out by category. This is going to help you report to the IRS exactly all of the activities that you had within your business separated out by category, because the IRS wants to know exactly what you did, and they do want it to be separated out by the type of activity that it is. That's another reason why you separate out your business and your personal activity, because the IRS doesn't want you to commingle those funds. They don't want those funds all together. They want it to be separated out. When you separate it out, they want it to be in a particular category so they can know what you did, but also too that you can know what you did throughout the year. Another thing you want to do as you're going through with your taxes that's going to help you tremendously is know what your deductions and credits are. So explore those higher level deductions and those credits that's going to give you a reduction in what you're paying in taxes. So when it comes to your credits, making sure you're taking a child tax credit if you are qualified for it, the dependent care credit, education credits. There's also credits out there if you made some energy efficient repairs to your home. Don't forget any of those things, because that will reduce what your taxable liability is. And so, in turn, you're going to end up paying a lot less in taxes only because you explored it, you researched it, and you know that you qualified for it. So, you were able to take it on your tax filing. And lastly, do better for it this year. We are now in 2025. Whether you were efficient in 2024 and keeping good records and documenting what you did for your business, do better in 2025. Have some system in place that's going to help you to be organized, because the more organized that you are, the more better decisions that you're going to be able to make within your business. A lot of times you can't grow because you don't know your numbers. That is how you grow, is absolutely knowing what your numbers are. So get organized, have a system in place for 2025 to do better for organizing all of your transactions when it comes to your business. So when tax time comes next year, you won't be as stressed out. So just to kind of recap, if your books are a mess and you really need to get them together for a tax season, separate out your business and your personal finances. Once that's separated out, know where your revenue came from, know what your total revenue is. The same with expenses. Know what your expenses are and know what you spent your money on. So put them into categories. Fourth, make sure you're taking all of your deductions as well as any credits that you are able to take. And five, make sure you do better for this year. Even if you weren't efficient in the past, there's always the future for you to do better. So happy tax time, and I hope that this has been beneficial for you.